Thank you all for being here. It's a great day to reaffirm the strong ties and bonds of cooperation, partnership, and alliance between the United States and the government of Paraguay, the nation of Paraguay, that I visited as a senator just a couple months ago, and we talked quite a bit and interact, and this is just another example of cooperation and the ability to work together to prevent something that both countries are very concerned about, and that is illegal and irregular migration, which poses a national security threat. And so the ability to work together on this in partnership is extraordinary. And I want to thank the Foreign Minister for being here today. I want to thank my friend, the President. Iba a decir Santi, pero no puedo decir. I was going to say President Peña, who's a great, strong partner and ally of the United States. And we're very happy to be signing this here today, along with our partners from the Department of Homeland Security. Brevemente en español quiero darle las gracias al ministro por estar aquí, al canciller por estar con nosotros en el día de hoy y poder celebrar lo que ya existe, una alianza, una amistad muy fuerte entre no solamente los gobiernos de Paraguay y Estados Unidos, sino entre los pueblos de Estados Unidos y Paraguay, lo cual cooperamos en tantos temas y vamos a cooperar en muchos temas más. Las oportunidades económicas que existen son enormes, pero hoy estamos aquí para poner en escrito nuestra cooperación sobre qué es la inmigración irregular, la inmigración ilegal, que si es abusado obviamente es algo que puede causar problemas de seguridad nacional para ambos países. Así que hoy estamos aquí para firmar estos acuerdos, que es un punto más en lo que es una alianza y una amistad muy fuerte, un enlace muy fuerte que existe entre nuestros países, nuestros gobiernos y nuestros pueblos. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, really, you are a very close friend of our government, of our country. You have been the only one after 50 years as a senator visiting Paraguay, and that represents a very important alliance that we are developing. Today, this agreement represents our deep engagement with our government to work not only on migration program, but also in security. We are working on trade, we are working on as well as on investment. We are working in security cooperation, and that represents the huge agenda. The bilateral agenda, it means the diversified and the alliance that we have as a Paraguay government with the United States government, and personally with you, Secretary, is amazing to work and to cooperate with all your staff here as well. Really, it's a pleasure to be. Thank you for hosting us for this meeting. And the Homeland Security Secretary, really, we appreciate very much this agreement that represents the opportunity to work in several issues. We were discussing about the visa waiver. We are discussing about our common and shared values and principles: democracy, freedom, human rights, rule of law, that represent our principles and values shared. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, Minister Ramirez and Secretary Rubio, thank you so much for the diplomacy, being able to help us. You know, the Secretary and myself been very focused on establishing safe third country agreements within Latin America, South America, and even in Africa. So this has been a big step for us. We're very appreciative of the opportunity to be able to work with you. Like you said, we did talk a little bit kind of behind the scenes about the visa waiver program and some of the different programs that are out there where we work together. And we are very much appreciative of everything that Paraguay is doing. We look at Paraguay as a law enforcement and border security partner. You guys have been a great partner, and this is a great step. You know, the American asylum system is one that has been significantly abused in the previous administration, and being able to sign an agreement like this really starts to loosen the burden within Homeland Security and our ability to be able to process and provide the asylum process to people that are actually deserving of it and go through the process. So we just want to thank you for what you're doing. We want to thank you for your partnership. Secretary, we just think everything that you do and with your team, we were always appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you both. I also want to thank your staff and the team at Homeland Security for putting this together, and our team here at the State Department, and your team. Without your team, we couldn't do that. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, well, let's sign.
Es siempre un placer poder hablar con el secretario Rubio en español. Decía que...
Secretary Rubio, Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security Edgar, and Foreign Minister Ramirez are signing a memorandum of understanding for the cooperation in the examination of protection requests. This memorandum will further our cooperation to deter illegal immigration and promote hemispheric security.
Thank you.
Secretario, en este contexto de seguridad, pues, ¿qué implicaciones tiene el despliegue de fuerzas navales en el Caribe contra los cárteles de la droga?
Bueno, la droga es una amenaza a la seguridad nacional de Estados Unidos y obviamente estos son grupos que están operando con impunidad en aguas internacionales, simplemente exportando a Estados Unidos veneno, que están matando, que están destruyendo comunidades. Así que es un tema muy serio y tenemos muchos países que cooperan con nosotros en ese esfuerzo y algunos desafortunadamente que no.
Incluido el cartel de los soles de Nicolás Maduro, secretario.
El cartel de los soles es una de las organizaciones criminales más amplias que existe en el hemisferio, que desafortunadamente no se le ha prestado suficiente atención. Es un cartel que hoy en día está encauzado en las Cortes Federales de Estados Unidos. No es un gobierno, el régimen de Maduro no es un gobierno, es una organización criminal. The question, if I may, in English is just asking about whether U.S. forces will be involved in the Western Hemisphere going after drug traffickers and drug trafficking networks. There are designated narco-terrorist groups operating in the region, some of them utilizing international airspace, international waters to transit poison into the United States. And those groups will be confronted. The President's made that clear from the time he operated. In specific, the question was about the Cartel of the Suns, the Cartel de los Soles, which is a criminal organization that happens to masquerade as a government. The Maduro regime is not a government. It's not a legitimate government. We've never recognized them as such. They are a criminal enterprise that basically has taken control of national territory of a country, and who, by the way, are also threatening U.S. oil companies that are operating lawfully in Guyana. So the President's been very firm. Anything that's a threat to the national security of the United States, he's going to confront. And, but obviously, I have nothing further to add to that at this point.
Mr.
Thank you.
Secretary,
Yes, one more.
how are the preparations for the group meeting going in Alaska?
They're going very fast because this was put together very quickly, and it's in Alaska, so we've got to get there. We'll see how tomorrow plays out. As the President said, his hope is to interact with Mr. Putin tomorrow and sort of get a sense very quickly and early whether a peace is possible or not. The President's spoken to him, I believe, 4 times by phone. I felt it was important to now speak to him in person and look him in the eye and figure out what was possible and what isn't. This is the President of peace. He wants that war to end. He's going to do everything he possibly can. If he sees an opportunity to talk about achieving peace, he's going to pursue it. And we'll know tomorrow at some point, as the President said, probably very early in that meeting, whether something is possible or not. We hope it is.
Sobre Miguel Jiménez, que acaba de ser enterrado en Colombia, no sé si le preocupa el aumento de la criminalidad o de la violencia política en este país, en Colombia.
En Colombia.
Sí.
Sí, bueno, es muy lamentable como hemos visto con la muerte del senador Uribe, que es una cosa muy trágica. Y obviamente nos preocupa la violencia política en cualquier país, pero un país como Colombia que ha tenido que sobrevivir tantas épocas tan difíciles, que había progresado tanto, que se encuentra en un momento como este. Obviamente nos unimos al pueblo de Colombia y a los esfuerzos de sus instituciones que tanto han hecho para lograr lo que se pudo lograr en Colombia y lo que no se puede perder. I'm sorry.
Secretary, do you think that Ukraine is prepared to cede any lands that are currently in its control, or are we looking at more a return of potentially Russian forces from the current front line of war?
Well, to achieve a peace, I think we all recognize that there'll have to be some conversation about security guarantees. There'll have to be some conversation about, territorial disputes and claims and what they're fighting over. All these things will be part of a comprehensive thing. But I think the president's hope is to achieve some stoppage of fighting so that those conversations can happen. These are tiny technical things that take some time to work out. So to have a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia, you will need agreement from both Ukraine and Russia. And this war's been going on for 3.5 years now. It was a war that started under the previous administration. The president's inherited that, and he's trying to do now what he can to bring it to an end. But obviously, the longer these wars go on, the harder they are to end. And even as I speak, even as we talk here now, there are changes happening in the battlefield which have an impact on what one side views as leverage or the other. So that's the reality of ongoing fighting, which is why a ceasefire is so critical. That's been our proposal from Jeddah when we left in Saudi Arabia. But we'll see what's possible tomorrow. Let's see how the talks go. And we're hopeful. We want there to be a peace. We're going to do everything we can to achieve one. But ultimately, it'll be up to Ukraine and Russia to agree to one. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Gracias.